While teenagers are often rebellious, where do we draw the line? This 17-year-old boy named Landon turned his home into a nightmare-like crime scene, fatally stabbing his 36-year-old mother, Holli Durham, and his 13-year-old twin brother, Branson and Baron Durham. What's more disturbing is that he even spray-painted arrows around the house, leading the police to their lifeless bodies as if it were some sort of achievement. After committing the gruesome act, Landon reportedly slept for approximately 5 hours. Astonishingly, he then woke up and eventually departed in the family's SUV to attend school. The unsettling details of this murder were so disturbing that even the officer from the sheriff's office said, "It's the worst thing I've seen in my career." Landon seemed like an ordinary kid from a regular family. He lived with his mother and 2 younger 13-year-old twin brothers. But you know what they say, appearances can be deceiving. Landon's mom, who went by Holly Swafford Pierce on Facebook, was all set to tie the knot and live with her landscaper fiance in Munford, along with her sons. She used to share pictures of her family online. Once, she shared a pic of Landon proudly holding his driver's license in May 2019. One of her friends commented,
"Wow, be safe out there with your newfound freedom, Landon. Can't believe these kids are almost all grown up."
Holly responded,
"I had no idea how tough it would be to let him drive alone. I cried."
Holly even announced on Facebook that she was engaged to Ben Pierce, sharing lots of photos of them with the boys. And in 2015, there was a pic of the boys holding a sign that said, "Ben said yes, so did we." Nobody could have guessed that this caring mom would later become a victim herself. On the other hand, her ex-husband, who happens to be the boys' dad, served as a U.S. Army recruiter and lived in Texas. The kids often visited him there. It seemed like a typical family until one day when fate took a dark and unexpected turn. On a fateful day in 2020, Talladega County authorities reported a tragic incident. Landon, who was just 16 years old at the time, allegedly stabbed his mother, Holly Christina Durham, who was 36 years old, and his twin brothers, Branson and Baron Durham, both 13 years old. This heartbreaking event occurred around 3 a.m. on January 21st, 2020. A family member had been trying to get in touch with Landon's family all day on Tuesday, but couldn't reach them. Concerned, they contacted another family member who went to their home, only to discover a horrific and tragic scene. They quickly backed out of the house and called 911. Deputies from Talladega County Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore's office responded to the distress call and arrived at the house on Roy Lackey Lane later that Tuesday. Sadly, they found the bodies of the 3 victims. Authorities wasted no time and issued a lookout bulletin for Landon Durham to alert neighboring law enforcement agencies. Cherokee County Sheriff Jeff Shaver reported that deputies apprehended the teenager at around 8:40 a.m. on Wednesday while he was traveling towards Etowah County on County Road 71 near County Road 38. Thankfully, his arrest was made without any resistance at a store. So, what really happened on that day? Everything was all jumbled up and confusing. But then, the investigators uncovered some bizarre and scary details that will shock you to your core. The reports revealed shocking and disturbing events that happened to the family members in their last moments. The police revealed that the mother and her younger twin sons were brutally killed by their own brother and son, Landon Durham. According to the report, Landon allegedly stabbed his 13-year-old twin brothers, Baron and Branson, in the neck. Baron was also stabbed in the upper arm, and Branson was stabbed in the stomach. These terrible injuries were confirmed by the Talladega County Coroner's Office. When investigators arrived at the scene, which was about 21 hours after the murder took place, they found the lifeless bodies of the twins and their mother, Holli. Holli tried to defend herself and fight off her son, but tragically lost the battle, enduring multiple stabbings in her back and hands. It makes one question, why would a son hurt his own mom? She seemed so loving and protective, and they were a picture-perfect family. The report also stated that Baron and Holli were found in their bedrooms, while Branson was discovered on the living room couch. All three of them had suffered from multiple stab wounds. It was also revealed later in court that Landon had spray painted the walls inside their home, which guided the police to where the deceased bodies were located. He also spray painted the word toga on one wall, which was a character he liked. He apparently spray painted C, P, A, and B on the kitchen cabinets where they kept their cups, plates, and bowls. The letter S was also sprayed because, as per reports, it was a symbol he favored. After the alleged murders, it's reported that Landon slept for about 5 hours. Then, surprisingly, he got up, drove the family's SUV, and went. Landon even mentioned to his friends at school that he wanted to murder his family and planned to drive away and go for a hitchhike to a distant location after that. What's even more bizarre is that when Landon was arrested and booked into jail, he posed for his mugshot with a large smirk on his face. What would you have done if you were present at that moment? Talladega County's Chief Deputy, Joshua Tubbs, said, "It's one of the worst things I've ever seen, and I've been here for 19 years. It's the worst thing I've seen in my career." Before we dive into the trial, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you can stay updated on more strange and unusual stories. Landon Hudson's first court appearance took place on a Friday afternoon on January 31st, 2020. He didn't seem bothered by the charges against him at all. The attorneys representing Durham requested that he be tried as a youthful offender, which would have meant no jury trial, sealed court records, and a maximum prison sentence of 3 years if convicted. However, Circuit Judge William Hollingsworth denied this request. Instead, Durham entered pleas of not guilty and not guilty by reason of mental defect. Do you think the court's decision was correct? Landon is currently behind bars, facing capital murder charges in connection with the 3 deaths. However, due to his status as a minor, he can only face a maximum penalty of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. His relatives and father haven't given any comments since his arrest. Landon's case is really confusing and upsetting. Even if he had some mental problems, it's strange that he seemed like a regular guy in photos his mom posted, like when he got his driver's license and went to events. Was he really mentally sick? Or simply evil? What are your thoughts? Share them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.